Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. So also ADA was affected by the sudden sell-off that we've seen. However, we already talked in previous videos about two possible targets here. The first one was broken. The second one is still in play here. I'm going to talk about that. We also discussed the possibility that it could just be a triangle here. The sideways range, which was here the orange count, I'm going to take that off because we lost obviously the key level. I think we talked about in the previous video, if we drop below the E wave low, then this triangle is going to be basically invalidated. So that was here at 37.1 cents. And you can see that when we dropped below it, we had that massive sell-off. And yeah, we're currently on our way to the target here. Let's just remind ourselves how that target was calculated. Let me first take off the orange count. I talked about that this here is most likely a WXY. In this count, yeah, in probably a wave 2 correction, which is sitting here. And obviously what we've got now is, if the X wave was sitting here, we had an A wave down, a B wave up, and a C wave down. That's how it's looking at the moment. Now, depending on how this is playing out, this could also just be an A wave, a B wave, and the C down, depending on how low we now go and how many subwaves we get here. But this doesn't matter so much because the targets are pretty similar. If we take the length of that low here, go to that high, then we get these targets, and the target was the 1.618 fib extension, 35.2 cents. So let's see if we are going to react to that. We've reached now the 1.38 fib extension, also a possible target, but experience tells us that should the 1-to-1 ratio break, we normally see the 1.618. Okay, what happens if we break below the 1.618? Well, then we have to assume that this is an extension down, and then we can use the Fibonacci retracements to give us additional targets, and then we fall back into, so let's say we break below 35.2 cents, which is certainly a possibility. I mean, this doesn't look like it's stopped yet. So possible targets then, if we talk about Fibonacci retracements, are the 34.8 cent level, the 61.8 fib, and the 78.6 at 33.7 cents. If we drop below that level, well, then also, you know, this whole scenario is basically at risk, and we will probably drop back into this green support zone, which is between 29.3 and 32 cents. And then if we drop below that, we have basically clarity that we are already in a wave 2 correction, and this was possibly already the wave 1 high, the overall high of this first impulse. But at the moment we're far away from that. I mean, just talk to you about the key support levels that need to hold now. Let's see first where we're going to stop. At the moment there is no sign this has stopped yet, and it looks like we're falling together with Ethereum here, by the way, which is also probably going to go down further, and ADA as well. So let's see how much more we're going to come down. The way this is going, I wouldn't be surprised to reach that 33.7 cent level, because if I'm looking at the subwaves here, we had here probably a wave 1, here a wave 2. Okay, it looks like, I mean, if this is coming down, let me think. If I go to ABC, it seems to fit better now, because then we can say we are in a C wave, which has 5 waves, right? So 1, 2, 3. Here was maybe a 4 and a 5 down. I mean, it depends, you know. If we now hit that 1.618 fib extension and stop, it would be nice, and we could reverse, similar to what we did here. Yeah, we also came down quite impulsive and then moved up. So, I mean, this red candle doesn't mean we are going to break all these support levels. It's basically what's happened here as well. We eventually put a higher low in. So it is interesting. It is interesting. Let's see what happens. And we're getting close to key support. Now we've touched the 50% fib level. Then we've got that 1.618 extension. And then we've got the 34.8 and 33.7 fib levels. Going below that would basically make this wave 2 very unlikely. Then we have to fall back into a higher level scenario where we maybe say, yeah, maybe a more substantial top was in place, but I will have to look at the structure when it gets to that point. So at the moment, key bullish support is 33.7 cents for ADA. Okay, and that's my update about ADA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.